Hello guys and welcome. Today we are checking out City Skylines 2 and starting off a brand new Let's Play series of it. I've been playing this game for a little bit now, thanks to Paradox for sending me a key early, and I have to say I've been really enjoying it. And I think we're going to go, I was thinking of one of these two because I've been very happy with Sweeping Plains, the River Delta and Twin Mountains, and just playing kind of inland and just doing a little bit on the outside with the water. But I think we should challenge ourselves with saying the word archipelago. I've probably got this wrong. It could be archipelago. Probably isn't. The safe bet would be to go with Barrier Island, but we'll go with this one.
Archipelago.
Being the hopeful person that we are, let's go with New Hope for the time being. We're going to go with a European build style for this one with left-hand traffic. And today the idea is just to get a small city on the go. We're going to be looking a little bit at the road hierarchy. And here we are. Ooh, I like this. So we already have a boat channel here. So this would be a perfect harbor. Yeah, I think industrial would go there. And then we can do a residential area and commercial district here. What's this? Oh, and we have a castle ruins. Oh, we're going to have to build around that. We'll leave this here. It's a good reference point for maybe having a motorway down here for later on. We'll look at power. We have the option of the small coal power plant to start off with, or the wind turbine. And actually, wow, we've got 5 megawatts pretty much all over here. That's fantastic. I've noticed that with the small power plant, though we can sell the power back to the grid, it really isn't that beneficial because of the maintenance costs. So early game, it's probably just as useful to go with wind power and then just upgrade your power to a different one when we have development points for that. So I think we'll probably start with wind power for this one and try and keep our people happy with just a little bit of noise pollution. We're also going to have to think about our water. Oh, this might be a problem. Yeah. Which way is the water flowing? It looks like the water kind of pools here. That isn't good. We're going to have an area that's just full of waste. Quite like the idea of putting it up here and just having a slurry down the hillside. And we'll also place the water pumps on the other side. And we want to ensure that we can get... Can we get 100? Can we do that down here? There we go. It'll be best to place it here because the water output up here, if you notice, is only... because it's quite shallow, it's not that high. Right, now that we've placed those two down, well, 3 things down, I'm going to place down a little road layout and then we will get back to it. Oh dear, I always do that. Keep thinking that I'm on level terrain. Always level the terrain before you start building. I kind of like the idea of having this taller than the rest and then sloping downwards, so we have a castle on the hill and then the residential areas beneath. So I'm going to level this out a little bit more, and then once we're done with that and I start working on the road layout, I'll show you what I've come up with. And here we are with the layout that we've come up with. I'll show you very quickly. This is going to be the downtown area. I really like the idea of running a high street, if possible, up towards the castle and then having shops either side. Very, very English in its style. I've just realized we've got 2 different sets of lampposts. How's that gonna work? Oh no. But we also have highway connected to our artery roads, which are gonna be these running all the way around. And we will have this highway perhaps run along this side and then maybe cross here. And I also plan to have this high street area where we have a bus area here, but we'll have our artery roads all the way around the outside, feeding into obviously our highways. And then we have our collector roads just around the outside, which are leading into the more densely populated areas. So here we have the first neighborhood, and then we have a second one for industry over here. And one thing that I noticed, that air pollution travels with the wind, and it absolutely does. So here we can see that our average air pollution is fine at the moment, but this is the direction of the wind, and it's high speed as well, so we don't want any residency down here. If we drop down now, I will also mention that we've already leveled up without really placing anything. So we have access to our first development point. So we'll put that into advanced road services. That's actually really important as a first thing to unlock, because it gives us access to all these signs, which will allow us to improve our traffic from the get-go. And then we can also beautify our city a little bit. I wonder if this is what we needed to... Oh no! There's no way to change the lampposts. If you guys know the solution at any point, please do let me know. That's going to drive me insane. We're going to zone just out in the sticks at the moment. I, generally speaking, prefer doing it all manually. And the reason for this is that we can fit a house on a 2x2 area. And so we can more densely pack our people by doing this. Okay, let's let the time go a little bit so that we can work on this a little bit more. Also need to sort out power, and that's because this is a highway. So we've got no power or sewage heading to this side of the road. Thankfully, what I didn't realize when I first started playing this is we can place these below the surface. And we can do the same with both our sewage and our fresh water. So now we should have solved that issue. We'll also put our industrial zone down here as well. And I think we can do a 2x2. Yeah, so we might try and densely pack a lot of these as well. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead because that might be quite boring. We'll see you in a moment. And we're building up now. We don't have any inhabitants yet, but we are ready to start adding some services in. So level 1, we do have access to the death care. Hadn't thought about where we were going to place this. As well as the medical clinic, sorry. And we also have access to our landfill area, which we'll probably put up here, to be honest. Okay, we don't need to expand that just yet, but perhaps we will later on. Next, we'll add healthcare, and that should be available pretty easily to everyone. And finally, we want our death care, our cemetery. And I think, actually, this area here could be quite nice. So I will build a road out along here. Let's keep it in line. Then anyone walking down the high street can head over there should they wish. So at this point, we're starting to grow. We've just hit, he says, 100 residents. Fantastic. But one thing that we do need to do is place down this road maintenance depot. And I have a problem with this because what this does is sends out small vehicles to go and fix up your roads. But it will send several out all at once. And then any single lanes, like these highways, each vehicle will stop for like half a second. But there'll be 3 in a row. So all the vehicles behind it will start slowing down and getting stuck. And so I want to avoid placing it on any of the main roads to reduce the chances of having several vehicles in one spot. So I'm thinking maybe placing it here and connecting it directly with the highway. I don't know if this is a good idea or a terrible one. We'll find out soon enough. Let's have 2 roads. We'll run it in parallel, and then we'll have one going that way and another. So at the moment they can come this way around, and perhaps the other option would be to have a road go underneath. Yeah, I'll sort that out and show you what we come up with. So I accidentally deleted the highway, so we're gonna have this tiny patch of non-highway until we unlock highways, which is 4 points, so in 2 more levels. Oh no. Great start. Well done, Tom. Oh, it just looks weird. So I think we're going to have to just do it like that. For temporarily. Oh, that looks terrible. Temporarily, that is what we're working with. But we will change it at a later date. I promise. I promise. Okay, so now we're going to hopefully expand and grow a little bit more. We need to clean up this area and make sure that we have plenty of houses. And we've made it to our next milestone, the small village. So with that, we've got some new points to play around with. Highways, Unfortunately, we're going to have to go straight for that one. And we're going to sort this out really quickly. I haven't actually checked to see how much money we're making at the moment. We're not. We're in minus 3,695. My intention is to make it so that we're as close to zeroing this out as possible. We don't have to be in profit. We just have to be close to zeroing it out. There we go. Not so bad. Not great. I'd like to do some decorating maybe around here just to make it look a little bit cleaner. And we have our more densely populated area here. I'm having a little bit of trouble because I couldn't have these in this section. So instead we've gone for some commercial areas, and we're going to have to, I think, expand down here with these streets. I wanted the streets to kind of follow up into the castle area, but I'm not sure that's going to work. Oh, speaking of which, we can unlock a new area. We've got 7 tiles available. This just allows us to focus a bit more on our downtown area eventually. We're going to have to build some densely populated buildings around here, I think, in order to make this area commercially desirable. We're also going to need to place down our schools. Oh, the high school's quite big. Let's place this one over here, like so, and the small one can go maybe along this side. I'm sure the children will love seeing the the graveyard behind them. Okay, so this is the next section that we need to do. We're going to, first of all, flatten out the land. And I think we could even maybe do a little pillar outwards, seeing as some castles have quite a steep moat. Then it would be nice to, we're going to do it with a little path, maybe. I want to do a circle. I don't know how I'm going to do a circle on this.
How's it, Squidward?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to work out what to do here. I think my best bet would probably be to go as far out as possible. Actually, this could be quite nice, having a little walk around the castle. Oh yeah, I actually like what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to follow this through and see if we can make it look quite nice. What would be really nice is if we had room to place parks. We might have to wait a little bit longer, and we could do a park either side, or maybe one at the back, and then have a nice road leading up to that, and then a walkway down to the center. Thinking about it a little bit more, this unfortunately is too steep, going all the way up, like directly up, which is okay, because it occurred to me what we can do is if we go over to our shaping tools, if we build this out a little bit more, can run this along the outside. No, I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit more, I think. Maybe what we can do is just go out and then go up. That might work. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. Also, we've unlocked another level, but we still haven't unlocked the Parks and Recreation. So we're going to keep plodding along. We've unlocked the Fire Brigade, which we can maybe place along here. And we also have the Police, which would also be useful. Maybe along here, near the city center. Looking here, I'm thinking about where we can distribute our next 3 points. And I think probably what would be best is either education. Oh, college is only 1 point. Yeah, let's unlock the college. And I think probably best, rather than large roads, which would be good because I want those to be the artery roads, parking areas is probably more important so that we can plot more of the city in advance without worrying too much about having to replace things later on. We're going to build this along here and we'll make it a 3-lane road. The reason for that is we can turn one of those into a bus lane, which I think would be rather useful. We're going into quite a bit of debt here, but I'm not too concerned, providing we focus on the growth, because as we grow our... Oh, what's this? Lack of high skill labor. Oh, well, we definitely need the college in that case. I think what we can possibly do to improve that is to actually look at taxation. So we have residential here. We could reduce the tax on well-educated and highly educated. Okay, so here we can see they need an educated person. So if we go to our taxation again, we can reduce this And hopefully this will encourage educated people to move into our city. Future Total here, just thought I'd slip in. I've been having so much trouble trying to make money on this map for some reason, and I didn't know why. And apparently there'd just been an update, and there's a bug that has caused the problem with tax income, and so we're making next to no money on taxes. And I thought it looked a bit odd, but it hadn't really clicked. So apparently this will all be fixed soon, but that explains why by the end of this episode we'd made no money. But don't worry, in the next one we shall. Anyway, I'll let you get back to the video. I'm really not sure if this is going to work. I've added some commercial districts here, and I've got a feeling we're going to have like road garbage. We don't want this on the high street. We're not having that. Off you go. Bedford Street. What are you? Mito. Beverages. Yes. I think I'm gonna have to delete anything that looks like it's a garage. No, not on a high street. Chemicals. I don't think. Beverages, furniture, bye. Sells vehicles. No. Well, we'll let them build up and we'll see. But I'm trying to make it look like a pedestrian high street. Hopefully it will be quite nice. No! No. We are not having cars driving on and off. I think we could probably do with adding another road around here actually, so that we can build this area up as well. Oh, it has to be this way. I wish there was a way to designate various zones. If anyone knows how to do that, please do let me know. Because this, you see, that's from here. And I don't want any... We'll make this a park. Finally, we have unlocked the parks, which is going to be useful for when we design this area in a moment. But we do also need to place a few around because everyone's happy, but they could do with some recreation. And we've got various spots that I think would work pretty well if we can make it fit in. I think it'll have to be something like that, and then we can grab our pathing on pathways. No! How did that de-zone everything? That's not fair. All these lovely houses are about to be torn down. I don't know how that happened. If anyone knows, please do share with me. I can do with one over here as well. I'm just spending so much. I need to be a little bit more careful, really. That could go there. I might have another one the opposite side when we can afford it, because at the moment we're at minus 8,661. I've been rather free with my money, and it's starting to show. But we do want to build our first bus depot. I'll place that over here. I think there won't be a problem with that. And from here we can place our bus station. If we do it this side, we have the vehicles coming in and out, and we can turn this into a one-way system just for taxis and buses. Next, let's have a look. A taxi depot. We can actually have a taxi stop and extend it, I do believe. So a taxi stand would probably be better the other side of the city. Yeah, that would work. We will run a bus lane all the way through here, around there. So we can have our buses come up and down through here without any issues whatsoever. Really, it would be great if we could do the middle lane for the buses, but hey ho. Right, I am going to play around with this a little bit more and then plan out the bus routes, and then we should be good. And hopefully we'll be able to start making some money, because it's going the wrong way at the moment. So I think it's really important that we continue on with this walkway around. We're probably going to have to do a little bit more. I didn't mean to do that. I wish there was an undo button. I do this so often. I end up pressing something by accident. The same on this side as well. And then I'm going to have to start looking at doing a road as well. So let's move this one around. It's like a nice city walk for the day. And can we place the parks? No, we're going to need to place a road down for that. I don't really want it to be just a straight up circle. I think that's going to look quite boring. But for whilst we're plotting, it's probably going to be quite beneficial. Oh, that might work. So if we keep bringing this out, I will smooth this section at the back. And this can be where the road comes up. We might need to place a car park nearby. By the way, if you are enjoying this content, do make sure to subscribe. It's my first time really playing any City Skylines game and sharing it with the community. So if you are enjoying it, please do drop a subscribe and let me know in the comments below. And if you are enjoying the music, this is my very own music that I've helped produce. It's copyright free, so do check that out. The Spotify link is below in the description. That's nice. It's slightly off, isn't it? I don't know. Is it? I think it's one off. See if we can adjust it slightly. How's that? I think because of this, it seems slightly off. Yeah, just a touch off. But I don't think there's anything really we can do about that. Maybe that followed by a little children's play area. And now we just need to find a way to get a road up here and then connect this and add some more foliage. And I think we'd be good with that. Okay, so I've worked out what we're doing roughly. It's not perfect. I've tried to keep it symmetrical, but that definitely didn't happen. We have a bus route that's going all the way around, or will go all the way around. And then we also have access for people to park up here with various spots for them to chill with their kids or with friends. And I'm quite happy to have this as the hotspot for tourism. I don't know if tourism is going to work like that in this game, but certainly I'm happy with that. And we will build around here. We'll probably have the university campus over here, and then we'll have to have some residential area. But building around this, I think, gives a good focal point for our whole city. So yeah, and of course, now that we've leveled up, there are more things that we can play around with. We have the choice to either buy a university, which I don't think will be good given that we're 12,000 in debt, in a deficit each month. So perhaps we should upgrade our artery roads with this. We could unlock the train just so that we know where it's going to go. Yeah, I think that's the best approach for now. And then we get intersections, which are going to save me a bit of time and effort. First things first, let's upgrade these roads. Oh no, you're joking. Right, so let's move this temporarily just so that we can replace this road. We're going to run this all the way around. And finally, we'll have this area as our artery road as well. Okay, this now looks really weird. So if we go into the road tools, you can see how we've done our artery roads. You can see we've got our artery road all heading, or all four of them, or two of them, heading into this roundabout here. So we're going to have to adjust this later on, but the idea is that this goes to the industry and also to the highway. And then here we have one going to one residential area and the other going to the other. And this will actually wrap around the island and head to this side as well eventually. I've also started adding a lot more residential areas because we need people to come. We're at minus 11,000 currently. Could be worse, was worse, but it's still quite far behind. And part of the problem, if we go to taxation, is our industry is making next to nothing. And the reason for that is, firstly, there's not that much of it. And secondly, we haven't started on the specialized industry, which we can do. We have access to various industries now, and that will reduce the cost for this industry to import their resources. And obviously, if it's cheaper for them, they make more profits and we get more taxes from that. But we're not going to do that until, I think, the next episode. So for now, we're going to expand down here and possibly up here with our industry and hopefully make that a little bit more profitable for us. Right, well, we have 5,700 people. We're still a little under budget. We're coming in at a deficit of just over 7,500 at the moment, but I'm pretty certain that in the next episode we'll be able to make this in the green. But there we are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode, building the city with the castle on the hill. I think we need a particular name for this series, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have so far, please do hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We will be following this up with more content, but I'm loving the look of this. We just need more greenery. Well, that and a bit more money coming in, but I'm pretty certain we can make it profitable by the end of the next episode. And I am loving how this is all coming together. As always, special thanks does go to all of our amazing supporters on Patreon, most notably our Solarclipse patrons, James Owen, 5 Less and Treble, as well as our Lunars, the Calamity, Ben, Star, and That Dude AW, and our Blood Moon of the day, which today is the Salchin Husky. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.